What up, what up, what up, world? It's your boy Jaystar back again with another video. We got, what are we on? Week 6, baby? Week 6, baby. Yes, we are on that. So, we're going to get into this first look here. But before we do that, as we always do, we go over the millionaire winner of the last previous week. And so, we'll go over that lineup first before we get into the first look. And so, we have, let's see what we got here. What we got? What did they do? We got Josh Allen. Looks like a skinny stack here with Josh Allen and Gabriel Davis. Great skinny stack right there. You see how many points it got. Almost 40 on each. Almost 80 points right there. Then we have, let's see what else they did here. We got Kamara versus, I think, Lockett right here. So we got a 1v1 stack right here. Nice little skinny stack right there, too. And then, wow, another 2. Okay, another 2-0 stack right here. Okay. Yeah, this was a really good lineup here. Breece Hall, man, 9% on, man. I didn't even know. I did not see that right there coming. I think now, like, matter of fact, yeah, now I do know something about Miami. I didn't know they was that bad against the run and stuff like that, but man, he got it in the air though, right? Well, he got both, almost 200 yards, period. Man, total yards, that's crazy. Wow, yeah, Breece Hall, man, didn't see that one coming, but let's see, how many people did they have late? Just the Cowboys defense? Looks like it, y'all, huh? Like just the Cowboys defense late, man. That's all you needed, man. So this is back-to-back weeks then. Just to like let y'all know, back-to-back weeks then we only needed one thing late since I want to say the schedule has moved to having only 3 games. Since it's only 3 games now late, and now that we're getting I want to say we got the first bye week now. So it's about 4 teams I think is off. And yeah, another 3 games late. And let's see, man, once again, do we only need one thing late this time? Because last week, who was it? I can't remember right now. I'm trying to remember. It was like a 5,500 player or something like that. And I want to say it was like a running back. God, I can't remember. I usually remember these things, man. But I can't remember right now. But last week, I know it was like a running back, I think in the flex or something like that, came through late. Oh my God, I can't remember who was the last 3 teams that played, but I know it was a running back, I think for sure. But it's been like a value play, like just like the Cowboys is a value play, and it's once again, just cut off everybody late, man. Like I keep saying, like when you get, when you build your stack and everything in your lineups and stuff like that, when you're thinking of late, if you end up having 2 people or you have one person, or one defense or something like that, the whole thing is to just cut everybody off, like. You got to just think when you build your lineups, like this is going to be the winning lineup. That's the first thought. Like this is the winning lineup. I'm taking Josh Allen. He going to come through with Davis, just skinny stack right there. They both going to have 40 points each. You kind of really got to fill that out like that. My bad. I didn't even realize it was a 3 stack right here without even having to have Brady, which was crazy. I couldn't believe Brady didn't come through, man. That's what killed me in my stacks and things like that for my lineups. Like I just knew Brady would come through. Godwin with this 12 points, man. That was hurtful. I expected him. I expected Evans. I even had Auden. Like, I just expected them to all have like 30, and, cool 10 would have been nice too. Like I thought right here. I thought about 10, 15 points for Auden. But Fournette, caught, the touchdown, like no other touchdowns really thrown. He rushed in the other touchdown. So like all the touchdowns just Fournette basically. Yeah, I was not expecting that. Like I thought Brady would do a little bit better than that. I feel like some of those targets that he threw to Scotty Miller, man, like that really pissed me off. I'm like, you kidding me? Throwing to Scotty Miller like 6, I want to say he threw like 6 times, I think, to him. And I feel like the 3 of those targets should have went to Godwin and Evans again, and maybe we had a touchdown. Maybe we got 100 yards or something for them, but didn't play out that way, man. What I also noticed this week was kind of crazy. I feel like the whole weekend went like this, except for, of course, that Thursday night game. But people got off on like the lowest receptions I've ever seen, man. Like 2 receptions here in the 35 fantasy, y'all. Like, golly, that's crazy, man. That's really crazy. Like, look at this, 2 receptions again. Like, did y'all notice this? Like, this is crazy to me because Devontae tonight, in the Monday night game, I think he had like 2 receptions for a while. And he had 15 points. He was so close, though, to almost having 100 yards with just 2. But I think he ended up with only 3 receptions and still had 2 touchdowns and 100-something yards. Like, another 30-point fantasy for him, too, as well. Like, it was a weird weekend when it comes to that part. Like, I feel like that was, like, kind of in a lucky way of type of things that happened there because we know these people can get off. But it's just that we would think, Gabriel Davis would take like maybe 5 or, 6 receptions, at least not 3, man. 3 for almost 200 yards. Like, come on, y'all. That's really crazy. 2 right here for 104. Like I was really shocked. Like I expect more like 6 receptions or something. But yeah, I noticed that the whole week it was a lot of that. Like a lot of just low receptions, but a lot of freaking fantasy points from it. So, but yeah, this is just a really good lineup here, man. Like a 3-3-0 stack right here with the Brady game. With like I said, the 1v1 here, running back versus receiver right here. I like that. And just a skinny stack with the quarterback to receiver here, really nice, man. And then like I said, Brees Hall right here, just a one off there. It's like that's the only one off here in the whole lineup, right? And just a low owned player here. I'm trying to see all the low owned plays. I see Gabriel Davis. Auden was a low owned play. Okay, but yeah. So what I noticed here, right here though, Josh Allen, like he was owned, but the stack with Gabriel Davis was the lowest part of that ownership, in that stack. So that was the way to go. Like that was a real good tournament play because I'm sure Diggs had to probably be near closer to 20 or 15% owned. So I'm sure that stack would have been not as contrarian as this was. So but we're gonna keep it moving here. Let's get into the first look of the whole week, man. This new week 6 right here. We got San Francisco versus Atlanta to get it started, man. We got Garoppolo versus Mariota here. Man, with all the injuries with San Francisco, as soon as I saw those cornerbacks out, man, I was like, who they played, week 6? Because, man, I need to load them up, stack that up. But, golly, I'm mad as Mariota, y'all. I'm like, oh, God, why it had to be Mariota, man? Like, oh, my God, man, imagine if it was like golf. Like, imagine if it was golf. Golf at home in Dome versus San Francisco, man. I mean, I believe they already played each other, I think, right? Or let me see. Am I right about that? No, they haven't played Detroit. Okay. But yeah, like, man, if it was golf, I would love it, man. I would be taking golf like crazy, man. Knowing 2 cornerbacks out, man, like, oh my God, I'm really hurt, y'all. I'm really hurt. But we're gonna get into this one, man. Mariota, man, Drake London looked nice, he caught, pretty good catches here. The yards just wasn't there. But in this game, and if he can get back to this 12 targets, man, like I know, like I said, we saw it though, like 3 catches people was going off, so he could do it in 4 too as well. We seen it already for 5,400, man. If he just gets off on these 2 cornerbacks, man, like I don't even know who they about to put in now to back them up because 49ers defense is nice, but it's like Nick Bosa, hurt. Eric Armstead was hurt, last game, but. So they might not have no pressure. Even if they was gonna have pressure, I just feel like Mariota was gonna be running anyway, and he's so fast, man. Watching him the last game, I'm like, wow, he's really, really fast still. Like he still has it. So his speed and moving out of the pocket and not being pressured though in this game, probably like, man, I just feel like he should have all the time in the world to get the ball to Drake London. And if Pitts is back, this could be a big game for Pitts. Like who knows, So. But Zacchaeus, I saw him get up, but Hodge could be a good play too because saw him get a few touches here. And I know he can take deep threat type player and stuff like that. Like right here, like 39 yards right there. Like if he's gonna be playing for real, he could be a really good play, man. 3,400 with them backups in, man. He's probably already a value of the week. Probably gonna definitely be in my value of the week come Saturday and stuff like that because that's just too cheap. But yeah, like I said, if Pitts is back. Definitely say Pitts because this will probably be, matter of fact, y'all, I'm gonna say this right now. This is probably Pitts week. Like now that I really think about it, because Pitts don't line up with linebackers and safeties, and we all complain about this. Like, why do they line him up with cornerbacks? But this might be the week. This just might be the week, y'all, that Pitts lining up with a cornerback might be the greatest idea. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's basically it makes it be that Mariota has a double stack here then with Drake and Pitts then, since they both his receivers then. Since he going to line out wide and he going to go against them backup cornerbacks, this could be Pitts week if he could just get back healthy in time. But on the other side of this game with Garoppolo, kind of the same stack over here other than the fact that his running back should be in play against Falcons and everything like that. The only thing I kind of made me mad was looking at how they use Coleman because man, I had Coleman in the showdown when they played the Rams, and didn't even get in the game at all. So it's just crazy to see him get in and put up 20. If he would have came in and did this right here, I would have won that showdown. Like, I would have really won that showdown, probably by myself too, because I know nobody had Coleman. So, but that's the only thing I will say. Like, if he's going to play a little bit, got to watch out for that. But yeah, Jeff Wilson will be in play on this side. Then we also got Deebo Samuel, big, huge in play. And even Kittle, man. Even Kittle, though. But we're going to keep it moving here. We got New England versus Cleveland here. Let me look at my notes here. So what I got here, it looks like Stevenson will be huge in play on this game. Looks like because they are, yeah, matter of fact, we already seen it. Well, we saw what Eckler was able to do. Stevenson being a pass catching back just like Eckler could have a huge game, man. He's probably gonna take the boatload of the carries. I don't know if Harris will be back in time, but yeah, it should be a big game for him for 6,000. I definitely don't mind taking him. Quarterbacks, we have to see if Mac Jones is gonna be back. If he's back, then receivers, I would think Myers will be back in play again. On this side, though, on the other side of the field with Brissett, definitely we already know the running backs is always going to be in play. But at receiver will be Cooper. Being that he's at home, could go off again like he kind of did here. Decent game here for him. Definitely see another probably 12, 10 targets from him. But we do know Belichick usually tries to take away your best option, receiving option. But with Cooper moving around and being that this team is such a heavy run team, as long as the run game is going, then definitely the pass should work out too, because you're doing it based off of the play action. And then defense has to, have so many people in the box. Then if you got one-on-one with Mari Cooper still, then he definitely can do well. So then we're going to keep it moving here. Also, my bad. I want to say Njoku's too also in play there too as well. And then we're going to move on here though. We got the Jets versus my Packers, man. Tough loss for us on, Sunday on the London game and everything. I kind of felt it though. I felt it coming. Even though we was up big, I the whole time I was like, yeah, it's not enough. Like, it's not enough. I feel like they're going to come back and beat us. But Rodgers here, great matchup for him, but it's just that I still haven't seen enough connection with the receivers. So to me, the best person is Aaron Jones. If I was to run anything here, I know this could be a sleeper, game for Rodgers to explode and have his best game. But the Jets defense did look nice last week, and I did really notice that. And I'm just thinking like Rodgers really don't got no trusted weapon, then I just don't know like how good is he gonna perform in this game. I know we're at home, and like I said, this could be a sleeper game that Rodgers goes off. Like everybody kind of thought it was gonna be the London game, but this could be the game. We're at home. I expect us to try to establish the run really hard against them, and then be able to play action from there. So definitely, I would say Dobbs or something like that could be in play, and then also tie-in is, probably a decent play too. If you were stacking, Rodgers, something like that. But on the other side here, Zach Wilson. Haven't really seen the chemistry with the receivers here. This is kind of a crazy game now that I really think about it. Because it's like both sides, like since the new quarterback, back changed with their, back to Wilson and everything, we haven't seen the chemistry yet, build up with his receivers. So, and then with Green Bay being a tough defense when it comes to passing, I feel like he's better off like actually just running the ball on us. Like, man, like easily, I would say Breece Hall should have a really good game. He's dumping it off to him. I think he had a lot of touches. Not even just here. I thought he had more targets. Oh, he had the yards. That's what it was. Crazy yards off of just two. Man, but yeah, Breece Hall should be in play, man. I've been seeing people just running on us, and and then they set up a big pass play, but like I say, we just don't know who that would be. And then the fact that Conklin got outplayed by Uzama weirdly. So I don't really know what tight end to say to go with them either. So if I had to say a receiver though, it should be Garrett Wilson though. I feel like he's the route runner type of receiver that won't be lined up with Jair and Stokes and things like that. We'll probably get Rasul Douglas in the slot, and he didn't look too well this last game, finally being tested, by a better receiver. Slayton, he has Slayton and stuff like that. At least he's a veteran receiver for the first time. I feel like they went against a decent receiver and kind of got exposed there for the slot. So I would say Garrett Wilson there. And then I would say for Jacksonville in the Colts game here, oh my God, Matt Ryan's trash, y'all. That's what I want to say about this game. Matter of fact, Matt Ryan is trash. That's what I'm going to start that off with. If Jonathan Taylor is a go, this could be a big game for him. I think, did he already play them? He played whack the first time, right? If he's a go, though, at home, Jacksonville is pretty bad against the rush. They're giving up pretty big fantasy. They're top 10 in fantasy for running back. So, and they're going to really need him. If not, the backup, Deion Jackson, he was okay. Did okay, had a pretty nice game there. We know this team is gonna run. We know they're gonna run. They're not gonna change that, first of all. And then the fact that they're struggling to score so bad. 5,200. This is not bad. For like I said, 10th, top 10 in the league. For rushing fantasy points. So this wouldn't be a bad play here, I don't think, at home if he ends up playing over Jonathan Taylor. But then at the pass part of this game, I really like Alec Pierce this week. I really do. I feel like good pricing here. If he can just stay, his targets stay up. Like they're a 2 wide receiver set team. They still, like I told you before in the showdown game, I was like, they haven't established a second receiver yet, and it should have been Alec Pierce. It should have been from the get go. It should have been Alec Pierce over Paris Campbell, over everybody they got, dueling all them people. Like, stop wasting time. This boy has the talent. I know at the beginning though they were saying that he hadn't really picked up all the plays, and that was probably the real reason why. So going now, we're on week 6. I feel like he probably knows the full playbook now and everything, so he should be ready to go, y'all. Like I expect him to start getting like 10 plus targets a game, like really. Being that they only run 2 wide receiver sets, so he kind of moves around from slot to out wide and everything like that. I feel like he's always gonna have an easier matchup, and going against Jacksonville, I feel like he can definitely do well. So definitely, always have to say Alec Pierce over Michael Pittman in this. And let me see, okay. So from the other side here, Trevor Lawrence. Against the Colts. Let's see. What are they giving up so bad right now? Looks like it's telling me they're 13th in fantasy when it comes to running backs. Man, the running back, disappointed everybody, I'm sure, James Robinson. I feel like this would be a better game for ETN, but the last time they played, he had 8 points, and Robinson, I thought, did he break one or something like that against them? He had 15 points and a touchdown. Yeah, so I mean, like I said, they're 13th. I don't really know which running back I would say. Receiving wise, it's Christian Kirk for sure, though. Like, the slot is where you need to go on this team. Like, we saw against the Bronco game, KJ Hamler should have had that touchdown at the end of the game, and he kind of was in the slot. I feel like also Russell didn't connect enough with Judy, and that's where he should have been going the whole game. Like, the slot was where it was at. So, Christian Kirk in this game, as well as Evan Ingram, too. But we're going to keep it moving here. And we got Minnesota, Miami. This was supposed to be set to be a great game. Now we do not know with this quarterback trouble over here. Like, I don't know what to expect now from that side. To me, man, this might be load up the whole Minnesota. Like, for real. Like, from defense and everything. If this backup comes in, like, what did he do? He threw the ball 33 times. Wow, I'm shocked. That's crazy. Threw an interception and just threw no touchdowns or anything. So, man, like, with all those weapons and can't still throw a touchdown, it's kind of crazy. But yeah, this could be really Kirk Cousins, probably a big day for him, man. Miami's pretty bad against the rush, so Cook is in play, and then I would say Jefferson's gonna be huge in play here. With the amount of targets he's receiving every week, it seems like. Almost double digit every week. Like, definitely another big game. I would expect a touchdown this time though. So he might hit 40 to 50 fantasy, especially if that backup is out there. You might have to probably lock in Jefferson. Like, same price too. I mean, yeah, Miami's just not doing nothing against quarterbacks, and really not not well against receivers either. So yeah, I would have to say, yeah, goodness gracious, if that backup is in, yeah, Kirk Cousins, load him up, man, load him up. Because on the other side here, the best play to me is Mostert. It's got to be Mostert because Minnesota's giving up the rush. We saw it with Montgomery. So, yeah, I would have to say, and this is already has a Russian coach, and I know if they don't have the quarterbacks that they want to have out there, they're going to run the ball a lot more. So, and try to, differentiate it with Edmonds and Mostert, but I expect Mostert to have a good game. I don't really know what they're going to do with the receivers here, so I can't really tell y'all to pick one of these receivers. So like I say, Mostert seems pretty great to me at 5,700 too. I called him last week. I said he was the Rashad Penny, and as y'all saw, he really was the Rashad Penny because he got 22 points. Like, I knew he was going to be able to do that for that $5,000 he was. But we're going to keep it moving here. Cincinnati, New Orleans here. And we got Joe Burrow versus, we don't know if it's going to be Winston or Dalton. I would think Winston will be back finally, though. If so, man, this could probably be a sneaky little shootout right here. Then shoot, like, really, because Winston going to come out there trying to just bomb. And I expect Michael Thomas to finally be back. Like, goodness gracious. Like, well, how long is he going to be out? Return week 6 against the Bengals? Yeah, likely to return. Yeah, it's about time, man. They're going to need him. They're going to need him. They're going to need Jarvis. All those type of players, because Chris Olave got ruled out with the concussion, right? Yeah. So see if he can even return in time for this game with this new concussion protocol and stuff like that. But they're going to need all those receivers to be able to compete. If not, they could just be turning over the ball back to Burrow over and over, and then he'll be in for a pretty big day then. Let's see. But I'm trying to think, like, all the things that's supposed to go off in this game would be what? Yeah, it's supposed to be Chase. Probably finally Chase big game finally. I mean, we saw Metcalf do well. We saw Lockett do really well. If Higgins can't go with the concussion protocol thing or ankle. Oh, I thought it was concussion. Okay, so it's ankle. Well, day to day. Well, we'll have to see how he does by the end of this week and stuff like that. If not, I think Chase should be in for a big day. Because I don't know what's going on with Lattimore, but he's getting caught on and stuff like that right now. And I just feel like they'll just move Chase all around and make sure he gets his targets and have a good game. But Boyd will be in play too as well. On the other side, man, Taysom Hill. Am I man, how can you go wrong? Taysom Hill. Since we can't pick him at tight end, which is really pissing me off, y'all. I'm really pissed off because oh my God, I knew one of these weeks you was gonna be able to take Taysom Hill in the quarterback spot and could have won it all. I mean, this was the week. It was just the past week. I knew that was gonna happen. It just sucks because I'm like, Seattle sucked against tight ends. If we could have picked Taysom Hill, man, we all probably would have won that mess. For real. I mean, I would have had him on my list at number 1 because we know what kind of tight end gets to rush the ball like Debo and then catch as well if he wanted to and throw the ball as well. Didn't he throw a touchdown in this game? One completion, it was a touchdown, right? That's freaking crazy, y'all. What tight end in the league gets to do all this? What tight end gets to put up these type of stats? This is crazy. Why is it taking so long? He's supposed to be a tight end. Oh my God, that really pissed me off. But by far, it's freaking Taysom Hill, y'all. It's freaking Taysom Hill. And it just sucks that we can't move him to some other spot. It really is, but it's him though. I'm sorry. I don't know who else to say. Because all these injuries, man. I mean, I can't tell you nobody. It's definitely 23rd against tight ends, right? Come on now, 23rd fantasy points against. I think I got him at where I got him at. They're actually 10th though, in actually giving up fantasy to tight end. It's supposed to be Taysom Hill, y'all. So I'm just gonna keep it moving from there. So that just irritates me right there. But Lamar Jackson versus Daniel Jones. This is supposed to be Daniel Jones day, for real, y'all. If he can get some of these receivers back, Slayton was cool. It was cool seeing Slayton, against my team, get 7 targets, go for 79. I mean, that's great. 3,800. I don't mind that if he gonna be the number 1 receiver again. Maybe he'll get double-digit targets against Baltimore because they just giving up crazy fantasy points to receivers. We already know that. So it's supposed to be Daniel Jones day. If he can get some of these receivers back. And throw 37, 34 times in this game. We know they're gonna run with Saquon and stuff like that. But I mean, also I would say Bellinger could be in play then if all them receivers is out again. But if he can get Wan'Dale Robinson back, that would be nice to see. It would really be nice to see to me. Because I've been waiting for this rookie to come back with his speed and quickness and stuff like that for 3,600. Man, this could be the funnest lowest stack to stack up, man, in this game. For real. Being that Baltimore gives up so much. I believe they're second, y'all, in fantasy points to receivers right now. Second place. So, and this is at home for the Giants. And if somehow it's tougher for them to run the ball, they're gonna have to throw, right? And it's just if Daniel Jones is throwing and he can get somebody else other than just Slayton. Give me Wan'Dale Robinson. I would love to try to double stack this. And because of the fact that we already know Lamar on the other end, he gonna do what he doing. He gonna take. I mean, he gonna go at every defense and score on them. That's just for sure. I know he didn't do as well, and he had a floor 15 points this game and things like that. But no Rashad Bateman. If he can get Rashad Bateman back this week, let's see what's going on here though. Foot might be able to come back. We say, okay, great. If he can get him back, I could definitely see them having a way better game. We already know Andrews gonna be his guy, best person to run back. If you was doing the Daniel Jones stack is what I'm saying, and you want to run back Andrews, come on now, go ahead, pay up the money because he gonna get 30,000 targets. Come on now, for real, 22 points almost every week. That's crazy. So yeah, I mean, that would be the easiest run back. I mean, if you do that double stack with them 2 low receivers, man. If they both get off, that would be crazy. That's a cheap price, man. Just the cheapest stack on the week, and it's just a great matchup. But it's all about, like I said, if Daniel Jones can get the weapons, man. Because if he can't, then it's so be it. It's what it is. But both of those running backs, I would say 2 could be in play too, from Dobbins and Saquon. But we get on to this Tampa Bay Pittsburgh game. Man, did Brady let us all down, man. So many people had Brady, man. Everybody had him with Godwin. And then some people had him with Evans or had both of them, man, like me and stuff like that. And it just, man, didn't hit. They both put up a subpar 12 points. That was just crazy to me. I really expected Brady to throw like 4 or something plus touchdowns. I know one thing though. While that game was on, AB tweeted, or I mean not tweeted, he posted on Instagram, this whole little book cover with Brady divorce or something like that, and him. It was a picture of him in the house though with Giselle or whatever. So yeah, with his wife, right now. So I don't know, man. It was just funny, man. Like he had a whole little song or whatever playing and everything. Like I know Brady had to see that after he got out, after this game was over. Like I know why the game was on, he didn't see it. But man, I mean, he talking about all he been watching is bad football, man. Like I could not believe what I saw. Like I thought he was going to kill the Falcons. Like I thought Fournette and the receivers could do all together, and even the tight end. But man, he didn't come through. But in this game, I expect a bounce back. I'm really expecting run it back again, Brady again, y'all. Run it back again with Brady because man, now that he saw the picture, in the post by AB, I expect him to play some good football finally and show up. Like tired of this Brady that I've been seeing, down against KC. I'm not even a Brady fan, but like, man, when it comes to fantasy, like he usually the guy that you could just take and you're gonna win some money because he always come through. Like, and right now I just ain't been seeing it. I think the divorce definitely got to be bothering him somewhat. Of course, the injuries on his team, everybody's always injured and stuff, and he ain't really got Julio Jones even there at all. But in this game, I expect a bounce back, like, and them show up on the road, and because like I say, when you go on the road, you already expecting the team to throw more. So, and what I did see in this game with Pickett, like I know I told y'all about Pickett and things like that, and he didn't look too great or whatever, but like I told y'all, these picks, they weren't rookie looking picks. And as you seen against Buffalo, he only threw 1 pick, y'all. Like that's really good. That's gotta be like, I know I ain't the only one that see this. Like he threw 1 pick. First of all, threw over 300 yards against Buffalo. That for a rookie to throw 300 yards against that tough of a defense, that I like that. I really like. All I wanted to see in this boy was that he can compete, at least try, and do well still. That was all I wanted to see. Threw 52 times. Like, I already know Pittsburgh is one of the fastest paced teams, and once again, it's going to be another fast-paced game right here. Like, yeah, he could probably throw a pick again in this game. He's still a rookie, so I expect it. Yeah, you can also roll with the Bucs defense if you want to, But the one thing, like I said, like, he played that was the toughest defense to me in the whole league is Buffalo. Even with the injuries and stuff like that they got Tre'Davious White and things like that, I still feel like they one of the toughest defense. And for him to throw 300 yards against them, I mean, all I'm trying to say is he's at home. This is going to be his first home game. No, he played that first game against the Jets at home, but came in. But this is his first game starting at home. I expect him to give Brady a little bit of like a harder time than what I saw in the Falcons because they just wasn't scoring and didn't put pressure on Brady to score. So I expect Brady's gonna come out here trying to kill them, against his rookie. But one thing I just feel like seeing 300 yards against Josh Allen. I mean, he could have had that in 2 touchdowns, But I mean, their defense is really tough. And one thing I do know too is Deontay Johnson. Oh my God. This dude right here, man, he's annoying. Like, he's just annoying to me because he catches everything out of bounds. Man, I mean, am I not right? Like, I feel like I'm right on this, y'all. Like, 8 targets right here. I bet the ones that he's saying that he dropped or whatever, or was missed or whatever. It was about probably 3-4 of these probably caught. They just was out of bounds. Like, serious. Like, he caught them. It was out of bounds. The one time he caught it, and I said it, I was like, the one time he catch it in bounds, he gonna drop that mess, because that's what he do. He always dropping stuff. And the one time he did catch a nice catch in bounds, when they pushed him and he went towards out of bounds, he dropped the ball. And I was like, see, I knew it. So he just got a problem with this dropping, man. I don't know, man. I just don't know. Like, I don't know what to expect out of him because it's just like Pickett is going to need him in this game, like big time. Especially if somehow Freiermuth isn't able to go, because Freiermuth was supposed to have a good game in this game against the Bucs. Like, they give up tight end. He should have freaking 9 targets and be up there with 15 to 20 fantasy point in this game. But they're gonna need him. I don't know if he's gonna clear concussion protocol with the new rules and things like that. But if they don't have him, Deontay Johnson is gonna have to move all around in this game and get open and actually catch the ball. Because he's probably gonna have a lot of targets. What I like to see though is what I'm saying. This is a fast-paced team. Both teams are fast-paced. What I like to see though is this part right here though. The rookie came in there. He threw 13 targets to this target. To this weapon. He got, where's Claypool? Claypool right here. 9 targets to Claypool. Pickens. Look at this mess. 8 targets, y'all. He almost threw 30 targets, like to all his receivers, like split 10 almost equally. That's some Brady type stuff. Real talk. Like, that's some Brady type stuff. Brady is like one of the only quarterbacks I know that literally gets everybody the ball. When he had Gronk, AB, all of them had the ball, almost got targeted at least 8 to 10 times. And so I'm just saying, a rookie to do that, man, like, it's just on these receivers, man. Like, the only person I see is reliable so far is Pickens. And he a rookie. And that's crazy. Like, of course, Freiermuth, too, like I said. So if Freiermuth's ever to go, like, I would love Freiermuth. I would love Pickens, taking shots on them. But Brady side, like I said, we can just roll back, go back to the well again, and roll back Mike Evans, Godwin again, because, I mean, it's a fast-paced game. I don't see how they don't score on each other, period. Like, for real. And be a competitive game, or even if he's getting beat, I just feel like Pickens going to put some touchdowns up in that one because he's at home. Carolina Rams here. We got Stafford and what do we got? PJ Walker, I believe, is going to start. I actually like PJ Walker. Also, the Rams give up so many points fantasy to receivers. So if he can just get the ball to DJ Moore, unlike what we've seen from Baker, you know what I'm saying? Like, Baker just, oh my God, connection skills is horrible. So I expect PJ Walker to throw him the ball about 12 times, like DJ Moore. I forgot the game last year when he played and how he looked with throwing the ball to DJ Moore, but I could have pretty sure that DJ Moore had a decent game with him. So plus PJ Walker, he kind of plays like Pat Mahomes, but just like half of him, of course, So, but I mean, when he was in the XFL, I played him, and he got me. I think he won me like $1,000, something like that. So, he's a pretty good quarterback. Like, I just know the way he plays. I like the way he plays. So, running out the pocket, he's still always looking up the field too to throw a deep bomb. DJ Moore, or even Robbie Anderson. But definitely, I also feel McCaffrey. This probably be McCaffrey's best game. Like, just because, I mean, the boy gonna be able to throw the ball. I feel like he's gonna dump the ball off a lot, and then the fact that he can run. And if he extends the play running and McCaffrey gets open or something like that, I just feel like he's going to be able to connect with McCaffrey. I know this is like a tough game when it comes to the rush attempts and stuff like that. But if you thinking that McCaffrey kind of is going to be out there basically playing like a slot receiver, then he could go off. Like, if they giving up receiver points and he going to get 12 targets, come on now. Like, McCaffrey could have his biggest game, y'all, for 8,300. And I think that's the lowest he's been so far, right? So, yeah, this could be McCaffrey, man. On the other side, though, here, for the Rams side, Stafford, man, he continues to throw picks and stuff like that. I know we had like a block punt and things like that in this game, and touchdown or something like that. So, if he gonna continue to throw picks, then defense gonna be in play. Like, for real. I know they just fired their coach too over here, so we don't really know what to expect. They fired their defensive coach too as well, so we don't know what to fully expect for Carolina. But Cooper Kupp is definitely the go-to person here. I mean, he gonna get 20,000 targets. Broke a big one for 75 yards, which was crazy. So yeah, I just feel like he's always gonna be the person. Higbee is kind of disappointing to me, y'all. I'm just like, yeah, these are decent points and all that, but it's like, these type of points, man, we could get this for 3,300 or something. You know what I'm saying? Like, but it's just crazy because he's gonna stay up this high, of course, because he's getting the targets. It's like his targets, yeah, we know. Eventually, one day he'll probably hit for 25 fantasy or something. But it's just like, goodness gracious, man. Like, how you keep getting this many targets and you haven't hit already? Like, his floor with these amount of targets, I know y'all know this. Like, it should be 20 points every game. 20 points he should have almost every game where we see 10, 9, 14, 10 targets. I mean, they don't have no other weapon. He needs to step up. But we're going to keep it moving here. We got Arizona and Seattle. Man, the way Seattle playing, man, giving everybody a hard time and making people have to continue to score. Very competitive team, man. I expect Kyler Murray to probably have one of his best games, like, for real. Like, this is probably Kyler Murray's game to hit 30 fantasy because he hasn't hit it yet. But being that this team gives up the run, they're not literally, I don't know why they're not running with Connor. And I mean, I know he's questionable and everything. If he's actually ruled out, I would really like to take the what's his name, Eno Benjamin guy right here. I would like to take him for 4,600. I feel like a great play. Because, like I said, the Rashad Penny played in would be Benjamin, like, for real, at 4,600. So I hope they rule out Connor because y'all not running with him anyway. And I feel like if this Benjamin boy get in, he gonna run hard. Especially if Darrell Williams too could be out. Like, that would be a great play for 4,600. But because if not, Kyler Murray's gonna run and take up all the rushing and throwing the ball to Marquise Brown. I like that play right there, of course. But bigger in play would be Ertz because they're the last place team in fantasy, first place team in fantasy though for giving up tight end fantasy points for the Seattle. So Ertz, and with the target amounts that he's getting, man, with 10 targets, yeah, like he got one more week to do this because DeAndre Hopkins comes back the next week after this. So definitely, I would say Ertz is the biggest play to me. On the other side of this game, Geno Smith, I would have to say Lockett is huge in play. He usually always has one good game against Arizona, anyways. He usually always kind of goes off one time against Arizona. They usually are not pretty good against the slot, and he always seems to get off against them. And so, if he's going to continue to get these type of targets, I like these amount of targets. I would like to go back up to about the 8th and 11th, but I definitely, I mean, we've seen what he could do with just 6. So I can expect another. It could be another big Lockett game, man, for him. Also, the tight ends are in play. It's just that we don't really know which one to go with because, I mean, it seems like, Noah Fant out of nowhere had 5 targets, so I don't really know which one to go with on that. But we're going to keep it moving here. We got Buffalo, Kansas City, the game everybody probably wants to hear about. Josh Allen, I feel like, to me, people are attacking the small cornerbacks with their biggest receiver against Kansas City, as we saw with Devontae. I mean, I know Devontae is more like a Diggs play, but before that, we had Mike Williams and we had Mike Evans, which are all like 6'4", height and stuff. Because the cornerbacks out wide on Kansas City are like 5'11". So everybody, if you saw also, I know Devontae went off, but Carr tried to throw to Hollins about 2 times, and it's Hollins. You know what I'm saying? Like, we know he's not as consistent of a player as somebody like a Diggs. Is what I'm trying to say. I mean, not Diggs, but Gabriel Davis. You know what I'm saying? Like, and Gabe Davis has height. So I feel like, to me, I know it's gonna be probably Diggs too as well, because they throw a lot, and this game is probably gonna be super fast paced. So I'm not saying it can't be Diggs, but Gabe Davis is also, to me, is probably a better play to me, just for 6,500 still getting $2,000 almost savings. I like him, and Josh Allen again, going back to the well again. I know it just won, but I like it. I really do like that stack. Like I said, we know everybody just saw Devontae Adams, so I know for sure everybody's going to want to roll Diggs. I don't mind that either, but I'm just saying, I just kind of feel like I noticed something about people attacking the tallest receiver. That's a big play, fast receiver, and that would be Davis on this play. But on the other side here, Pat Mahomes, and of course we know it's Kelsey. Like, obvious play here. Like, he just going, man. I mean, I don't know what it is, but nobody can stop him. So, like, I just don't know. Like, I know they're pretty good against tight ends too here, but we also got to pay attention too, because I know Buffalo had some injuries before at linebacker. If those injuries come up by the end of this week, then it's definitely gonna be Kelsey bigger, than that. But like, this was crazy. I mean, tonight he got off, off of, it's another, like I said, this whole week was kind of crazy. Like, he had a different outing though, because he actually had the targets. It was the yards that was crazy. Like, he actually had the targets and the catches and stuff like that. But the yards being only 25 yards, and he still put up 4 touchdowns or something tonight. Like, that was crazy. So, but definitely those two are the big plays to me. Davis and Kelsey with those quarterbacks to me for this game. So that's it for the full first look slate. If I had to build a lineup this week from the start though, just looking at this so far, man, I'm kind of thinking like, man, to me this week, I know people are gonna want the Josh Allen, Pat Mahomes, and all that, and that's the most proven people. I think it's a Cousins week for 6,000 though. I like Cousins at 6,000 because it's supposed to be Jefferson. Like, it's really supposed to be him, and he just gonna get mad targets. Miami's giving up freaking, what is it? I think they're top 10 in fantasy to receivers right now, and I mean, Jefferson is just putting up 30 fantasy points, like, back to back. Yeah, like almost averaging 30 fantasy points. Crazy. So I just don't see how Miami's gonna stop him. I know they just played the Jets and we didn't get to really see them get exposed that way in that game, but I mean, we don't even know who's gonna play quarterback. And if you're gonna keep giving them the ball back, Cousins should have a good day with Jefferson. If you want to also like toss in, my bad, I didn't mean to scroll like that. My bad. It's on the keyboard there. If you want to toss in like a double stack here, like, and take Smith here, you can even toss that in there. Like, like, could do that. Because he did have pretty nice amount of targets, at least the last 2 games. So for his price, if he can just get a touchdown, so if Cousins throws like 2 touchdowns in this game, could be like this stack. And then I'm just trying to think. Let's see what else we can do here. What are the games we got here that I kind of would want to attack here? I definitely think I want the running back from the 49ers game. I think I would want this. And you know what? I would want to take a value play running back who I just said. Where he at? Who did I just say? Um, what game was that? That the running back is out. It's 4,600, right? Wasn't he 46? Yeah, Benjamin. I would toss this in for now. Just I mean, we don't know for sure. You know, Connor's gonna be out, but if he was out, I would definitely have this, especially because that's a late game play too, right? That one of the late games, and that would be kind of tight. Yeah, that's the okay, great, perfect. Yeah, could be end up my only late value play, but we'll see because I know everybody gonna want something from this game. But we're gonna see how we get there. Let's see. So we got Atlanta. Debo could be a good play, but let me see. How much is Debo? At 7,600, I don't mind taking Debo because like we knew it should have been man, it should have been, Godwin or somebody like that. Cause I know Cooper Kupp, how did he do against Atlanta? Yeah, he had 35. He had 14 targets. I know Debo is not getting that many targets like that. But 9, but we know he could take, still do that with 26 fantasy. Man, I'm trying to really figure this out, y'all. Like, what's my best play here? Who would I want to toss in there? I think at defense, though, I think I'm going to just go ahead and take my defense because I'm probably going to take the cheapest defense on the list right now because Panthers. Just because what's his name keep throwing picks. So, I mean, maybe I'll get, 7 to 9 points or something at least for the Panthers defense there. And then how much money we got? We got 6,000 per player. Let me get a value play. You know who I'm thinking about taking, y'all? I'm thinking about taking. Where is he at? How cheap is he? I think he get more than this. Hold up, Slayton. Think about taking Slayton, y'all. Yeah, because now I'm there with 7,000. That's like a perfect spot, I feel like. Because if I want to take Diggs, I can take Diggs. Let me see. But if I take Diggs where I'm at, 6,500, oh, that's funny. Puts me right at my guy. Yeah, see, this is what I'm talking about. This is the type of lineup I would want to put in. This might win it all. Okay. Oh my God, that was fire. Okay, so I know everybody gonna win with me because I posted this lineup basically, but I'm definitely putting this in, y'all. I didn't know I was gonna come up with that, but that's some fire stuff right there. Hopefully we all win some big money then this week with this lineup. Then it's your boy Jaystar, and I'm out. Hope y'all enjoyed the video. Thanks for all the likes, comments, subscribers, and thank you also for all the likes and the comments that I heard. Shout out to my birthday and stuff. I really appreciate that, y'all. Hope y'all enjoy this week, man. We get ready for the showdown and the top 5 and all that stuff. Look out for all those videos. And then we got the full, strategy slate with the full stacks and who's the best stacks and things like that coming Friday. Value plays on Saturday. And that's it, y'all. I'm out. Peace.